Good afternoon, welcome to another live stream, quick tutorial and basically some ideas about using Vallejo's brown earth. We've used this for years. Most of our products are done in this. Most of our commission works uses this for various different base styles, which I can show you in a second. And it's just a thing, basically it's just a thing to say how much of a saving across all the work that we've done against other brands. This is roughly the equivalent of about 50 quid's worth of the smaller pots that you can get from various other companies. So what we've done is I've done a quick template of various different shades, just quickly to see how the shades look across it before you do any dry brushing or anything like that. And then I've took the basic ones, Anulin, Agrax Earth shade, Bale Tan, Athonium Camo shade, and then two that have been repainted differently from the normal colours. So what we're going to do is, for the first one, I'm going to quickly, this is basically straight out of the pot. Using an old brush, I tend to use the old scruffy ones, and you just dab it on. Once you've got it all coated, take a bit more to get a bit, so it's on, and then you just stipple it to get different shapes and different texture on the base. So you have something like that, and then just set it to work to dry. Once it dries, you'll have something like that. Nice desert texture. So once it's dried, you can do a few various things. The first one is, this was Nulling oil. Just a quick wash across the top, let it dry, and then we can show you what it dry brushes up like in a second. Second one, Agrax, it gives it a bit more reddish brown colour. And then Beltane green, which gives it a lot more look, very green look. I think once you dry brush it with a bit of brown, it gets very desert, not desert, jungly. Athonium Camo shade, again, it's a very brown colour. Not much different to the Nulling oil actually. And then what we've done is we've done two in just repainting them away from the general brown. One is Vallejo Air's Tire Black, which is a great black for shading up, or basically shading. And then we have just used Vallejo's standard black, and again, that's just to show what we're going to do with some dry brushing. So a quick look at, I'm going to do one of these in the standard Terminatus stone, and then a couple of them in the dryad bark, and show you how they go from there. We'll start off with Terminatus stone. Dry brush, take off as much as you can, and this is the Nulling oil one, and quickly just lightly over the top, picking out all of the raised areas. the results are pretty much straight away. And just build it up gently, don't dive in and put too much on. And I tend to rotate it slightly to get all the surfaces equally from each angle. And there you have it. So it looks like, the way that's turned out, it actually looks like roots and stuff like that. The basic one, which is the sand, is again just a quick dry brush. And you get the sand effect, and it just looks like peaks and troughs in sand. Once the figure goes onto it, it looks a bit like this. So really easy to do, really effective a really effective way of getting quick and easy bases. And it's in the pot, it's ready to go. Takes about 10-15 minutes to dry, enough for dry brushing. If you want to go further, after you've done the Terminatus stone, you can go to one of the whites for the really high peaks in it, just to get an extra edge to the highlights. Obviously, the more time you spend doing it, the better it's going to look. There you go. Again, they all come out various ways. The ones that I want to do is I'm going to do half one colour and half another on these. So again, Terminatus stone, and this is just the Vallejo black. It was just painted straight over the top. So with just the Terminatus stone, you get that as a basics. And the same from the tire. The tire is slightly browner, not brownier. It means that you can do a null and wash straight over this, and it gives the effect of highlighted black. Quite a quick way of doing it. But it also gives a nice, like, rubbery brown tinge to the black. And again, I'll do half of it because the other colour I'm going to try. Yeah. The other colour is helium green, just something I've wanted to try. Clean dry brush. Way too much green on that. So on the black, take the other side and build that up. You can see the difference. It gives a bit more of a greeny glow to it. It looks like an alien landscape. A bit more on that. So just a different tinge, different colour. Again, this is something people can practice with. Just try different colours, try different amounts of dry brush. The heavier the dry brush, the different results you're going to get. It's quite a heavy one on that, just to get the green to come through. You can see the difference in the colours, just a tint of green on that one. And then the final one I want to try is the jungle with a bit of dried bark. I've not tried this one yet, so it'd be quite interesting. I'll just use that. Obviously this isn't a dry, it's a base, so a bit more working the paint into the bristles to get it away. Instead of highlighting it, it gives a bit of an effect of roots and bark. Imagine that with a couple of tufts on, the green moss from underneath, and then bits of bark coming through it. Again, just something else to play around with. I'll try it, see what it looks like on a standard one. Just a standard fresh out the pot base. It roughs it up, makes it look like, I dare say you could get it looking like bark and roots and stuff like that. If you dry brush it a bit more, it starts making it, the dried bark starts to stand out the more and more you do it, so you get it quite dark. So that's various ways of doing it. You get different results from the different dry brushes against different washes. I think for mud, I quite like that one. I know the camera's not picking it up brilliantly. There we go, a bit closer. So you've got that's the Agrax Earth shade, and then Terminatus Stone. You've got the Null in Oil, and Terminatus Stone. That's the Beltane Green and the Brown. That's just the sand. That's the sand with the brown dry brush on it, and that's an undry brushed one. So you can see the three different colours. That's the untouched, Terminatus Stone to give it a highlight, and then a bit of rooty colour for the third one. These are the two, one with Terminatus and one with the Hellion Green over the base black, air black. This is the Tire Black, which has got a bit more browny look. So possibility for two different types of alien bases. And then this is the camo shade one. So many possibilities. It's just something to play around with and try. And that's the basics of it. These are the other colours we came up with. So we started with Nullin up there, Agrax, Beltan, Athonian Countershade. Then we went to some of the other shades just to see what it was. We have Cullinan Green Shade in that one, Reikland's Flesh Shade, that's the orange wash, Fugan Orange, then Seraphim Sepia, that comes out quite nice muddy colour, and then some strong tones again, Drakenhof Nightshade, Druchii Violet, Carabao Crimson, and the really subtle one, it's the Cassandra Yellow. I think another coat with that would make it a very strong yellow, bright yellow desert, and then a dry brush over that would really make it stand out. So that's them on a sample piece. If there's any on there that you like the look of, then the video was worth doing. So I'll call that a day. Any ideas, drop them in the comments box, and hope to see you for the next one.